Right then, here we are ready for my first ever race on F1 2018. I've got the game this morning, I've jumped into an online lobby, and this is that online lobby. It's Brazil, and it's time for one-shot qualifying. So this is my first ever deluge into F1 2018. So into turn one, I can sense the excitement, and I've missed that apex. That's not a great start, and I've missed that apex as well. This is really not going that well. In fact, it's going rapidly downhill now. Round I go, and that's curtains. So I'm at the back of the grid for my first race on Brazil here. We've got 4 lights, and we've got 22 cars. This is not going to go well, as I'm sure you're aware. So we're away. So I used the rest of the qualifying lap to just get a bit more familiar with the game, but we're still quite a way off being able to drive. So into turn one we go. We've got a Mercedes barging straight through, and it's turned into an even worse start for him. And who's this Chava in the Red Bull? Oh, it's happened immediately. We can pause it there. We've got an alien. Turn 3. We need to be very careful about him as we continue on through this lap. Down the straight now towards turn 4 and 5. Being very mindful of that alien down the inside. Oh, it's over immediately for 3 cars there. Absolute collateral damage taking place. And then he's out as well. And that was 100% my fault, but it doesn't matter. Oh my word, about 5 cars bit the dust there on the way towards turn 4 and 5, but never mind. And then some Toro Rossos come flying down my inside. I wasn't expecting him at all, but it looks like the race is settling down a bit now. And would you believe it, I'm still in the race. Shock. Same can't be said for that guy I smashed off though. Still battling on then, and we're in with a decent shout of points here. I'm P10 out of only 19 cars. 3 cars are out completely after lap 1. About 7 others limber on, but I've had a very bad start. Yeah, so we're still within firm sight of good points, actually. I've got 4 cars ahead of me, so I could be as high as P6 by the end of this Grand Prix as we plough towards the Senna S's for the second time. Am I going to be able to hit an apex this time around? Well, someone's gone so far wide, they're in Argentina pretty much, so that's P9 for me. Someone else has cut the corner. It's very, very scrappy as we go through the Senna S's for the second time. Down the inside of the Alfa Romeo Sauber we go. I'm pushed into the pit exit, so it's a good job no one was coming out there, otherwise that would have been an awful crash, but we've avoided that one. I'll tell you what, this is a very scrappy race. I don't think I'm the only one in this lobby that's having their first deluge into F1 2018, because there's some really ropey racing again from the Alfa Romeo Sauber as I go down his inside, so I'll take that one. And I've got to say, from these drivers, I've been the best. They're all over the show. I've been calm, I've been controlled, I've been losing the back end on the exit there, and that's a race over. 1.5 laps is all I managed, and we're in the barriers, and then we've got someone else elbowing their way in there, and that's made things even worse. That made things a lot worse, in fact. Oh, there's no front wing anymore, and it's pirouette time. Right, so now we're away from the Strictly Come Dancing entry. We have the harsh reality of an inevitable pit stop at the end of lap 2. So that's gone well. I'm miles away from the points now, because this pit stop's going to set me even further back. So that's what we want. That's a good start to proceedings on F1 2018. And in we come now. We'll skip to the end of that because you all have better things to be doing than watching me do a pit stop. And we exit, well, I mean, we're way off the points. I mean, we can give up on points. I think the aim now has just got to be not finishing last. But I've got to say, it hasn't taken me at all long to get used to the halo in the way of the TV pod camera. I thought, when the first snapshots of that came out in real F1, I thought it was going to be hideous. But I'd actually say that they've done a relative good job of making that sort of blend in on the game, and I'm used to it already. But enough of the serious stuff. You didn't come here for that, let's be honest. If you did come here for that, you're going to leave, sadly, very short-changed. So we're going to turn our attentions to this corner, where I did lose it last time. Oh, for God's sake. The race is totally ruined now. If it wasn't already ruined after last lap, I mean, it's totally obliterated now. My rear tyres have gone. Everything's gone. And we crossed the line in last place. First race. First last. First of many by the looks of things.